Hey guys, Mr. Drew back with you again for another science lesson. Today we're going to learn about the periodic table and give you a couple more assignments to work on. So let's start with our question today. Using the periodic table information below, can we find out what period mercury can be found in? Mercury is an element located on the periodic table. Here's mercury here. What period is mercury? How many orbitals? In what group? Remember, the periods are the rows across. If we count across, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is also 6 and 7. It looks like Mercury is in the 6th row, which is the 6th period. The number of orbitals is the number of rows, thereby giving you 6 orbital rings. If you were to build a model of this, you would need 6 orbital rings. Groups is where we count across. These are families. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's in the 12th group. There's 18 groups altogether. Alright, your work at home this week will involve something called hunting the elements, due Wednesday. There will be an assignment called Hunting the Elements that you'll see on Schoology. It involves watching a video and answering a bunch of questions. You'll submit it right in through Schoology. I feel like you really will enjoy the video. It's got some really good information. They do a great job with some good humor, and you really get to learn your way around the periodic table and see some interesting experiments that we would never be able to do in class. They're just way too dangerous. Also, we're going to be introducing the element project. You should also look for that on Schoology. I'll be messaging you separately to tell you what atom you will be assigned for your element project. And that will be due October 21st. Okay, let's find out a little bit more about the periodic table and what some of the things we can learn about elements. So let's open our packet. You had 2 things to complete. I'm going to go right to the Atoms Family Challenge and complete as much of it as we can. This should be a check for you. If you haven't done this, pause the video, make sure you complete everything. We're filling in all the blanks, and I can read the periodic table and quickly see that the atomic number for oxygen is 8. Its mass would be 16 because we always want to round that mass to a whole number. The protons are 8 because that's what the atomic number is. The neutrons is simply the mass minus the protons. That's 8. And the electrons are negative to balance the positive protons. Zinc, capital Z, small n, and lithium are done for you. Pause if you need to, but I'm going to move on to the next set. Boron is the element represented by the letter B. The atomic number is 5. The mass will round to 11. There are 5 protons, 6 neutrons, and 5 electrons. Bromine, in its pure form, is a gas. The atomic number is 35. The rounded mass is 80. The protons are 35. The neutrons are 80 minus 35. And the electrons are 35. As we move to the next set. Again, feel free to pause if you need to check your answers. If you're making the same mistakes over and over again, please look back at your notes and try to figure out or message me what's going on and we can help you out. Hopefully you guys are very comfortable. We've done quite a few, and I'm sure that this last set is also going to be correct. Your periodic table scavenger hunt was something that you should have done again in your packet. I hope you had fun doing that, as well as the simply symbols. If you haven't, stop now, go back and do that. You'll really need to be comfortable using the periodic table instead of memorizing the periodic table. All right, let's talk about hunting the elements, which is your next assignment due Wednesday. When you go to Schoology, you're going to see that there's a link for a video that you can play, and there are also questions. Again, I think you're going to really enjoy this. It's going to take you quite a bit of time, though, so it's something that you might want to break into groups or watch a part, watch half an hour, come back, watch another half an hour. But I do recommend that you do the questions as you go. It'll be a lot easier to kind of pause, fill in, and answer, and then continue on. If you think that there's something you don't know how to answer, you probably just skipped it or missed it. It does go in order, so I think you're going to enjoy that. All right, guys, short lesson for today, but hopefully that helps a little bit more with reading the periodic table. And you definitely also can go check out Schoology and take a look at that element project as well. But remember, I'll be messaging you individually, especially my remote learners, to tell you what element you will be researching and what element you will be making the periodic table card for. Alright, so hey, go ahead and begin your homework. And again, thanks so much for tuning in. It's been great seeing you guys, and we are streaming from time to time, so check your updates to see if you want to join the live class. But other than that, thanks for continuing with what you've been doing, and I'll see you